Hello, everyone. I have an unexpected post today, and I wanted to tell you a completely different story. But as I was looking for information, I could not find it, and the information that I wanted to post disappeared. However, the information that came up became important, and I'm here now to relate to you. This is an unexpected post for me because this information that I'm relaying to you today is old for me, but it wants to come out, and my task is really to bring it up to the surface. So if someone needs it now or later, they will pick it up. I wrote a blog post, and now I'll talk about it a little bit. And the subject for today is body alchemization and the topic of radiance as an instrument of being. Now, I might invite you to remember the book Alchemist, which is a magic book, but in fact, the process of alchemization is an actual concrete process that takes place in the body and mind. To start off, I want to mention that I'm a very pragmatic, concrete person by nature. I appreciate senses, feeling, something I can feel, I can touch, I can experiment with, and I love to ask questions. But it so happens that the things that I am about to discuss with you at first glance might seem rather abstract, but in fact, they are solely based on my own experience, personal experience, and they are very concrete. Because I experienced it, I can explain it in terms of my experience and how this experience of alchemizing the body and the experience of radiance took place primarily in the body. So the topic of radiance and the topic of alchemization is very closely related to the topic of trauma. And I will make a comparison between a traumatized body that is not alchemized and an alchemized body which is relaxed and liberated. Such body and such system which has been alchemized is capable of expressing and manifesting the true energy of life through its essence. I will try to explain it in an accessible way from my own experience, and I hope many people can relate to it. If you remember the Alchemist book, alchemization is expressed as seemingly magical process of transformation, creation, and fusion. So something is transformed powerfully and created powerfully within. I'll start off with talking about trauma and how we move from traumatized body into alchemized body, and further into the body that radiates, which in fact is our nature. I was born in Soviet Union behind the Iron Curtain in 1975, and I was raised by traumatized people, who in turn were raised by even more traumatized people. This is nothing against the people who raised us. This is just a fact of life. This means that we were raised and we lived under a lot of stress and a lot of fear. If we're thinking about alcoholic parents, or screaming mothers, or teachers who hated us, or bullies, or some despot mothers or narcissists. So as a result of such experiences, we carry a lot of stress in the body, and our body always adapts to stress. It adapts to living in stress. The body, the way it adapts, it creates the so-called armoring, which consists of constantly tensed muscles, which in fact is a closed somatic circuit. It runs on stress cycles automatically. So if you're always tensed in your shoulder, the rest of your body will adapt to this, for example. So, and we have lots and lots of adaptations. in our physical body and in our mind and in our energetic bodies. So they kind of spread like this, like a web. As a result of these adaptations, we have a lot of reactive behaviors. We experience generally familiar states of being stuck, lack of control. It seems like a vicious cycle, almost as if I've been taken hostage by my own body reactions. There is nothing I can do. I'm out of control. And this is because we live inside a very traumatized body, which runs on stress cycles. It works on the energy of survival. And all these adaptations that we have created to survive have a repetitive, automatic nature to them. Things repeat in behavior because they're repetitive in our body, in our mind. Everything seems the same. Nothing seems to shift. These are the working mechanisms of adaptations within our body and the mind, which are traumatized. And don't forget, your body is a self-organizing system, and it constantly adapts to your social environment. It self-regulates all the time. But within the center of this adaptation and self-regulation, you carry some kind of deep belief, what you believe about who you are. I am unloved, I am bad, I'm weird, I'm strange, I don't belong, love is not available. These are deep unconscious, not life-sustaining beliefs. They do not sustain life. So your body will be constantly feeling under stress as if it needs to survive. Now, you take this traumatized body, the system, and the tension, and you transform it, alchemize it, and ultimately optimize it for such a state as radiance, which is our natural state. Just like the trauma reaction and the way our body carries stresses and adapts through stress, through running the same stress cycles, trauma reaction is natural. It is protective reaction of our body, evolutionary developed for self-defense to preserve physical life. The state of radiance and the process of alchemization is also a natural process that can turn on and express itself in our body. That is spiritual evolution. Some people who listen to me now may remember this process and this state. Somebody may be puzzled. Some people will just pass by. It's all good. It's not something to call for. It's something that can be activated by itself. I will explain in my own way, offer my own experience around the process of alchemization. The very explanation may or may not activate you. It doesn't matter. So imagine you have a very tense body and you need a massage. People who do not often go for a massage after a rare massage experience pain and weakness, as if toxins have been removed from the muscles and they start moving around. Now, stay with me on this analogy of massage. You are tired, you're tense. So you sit in a massage chair, putting it on the lowest setting. Barely perceptible vibration, such that it only touches the surface of your skin, easily and pleasantly, but at the same time effectively massages the skin, the outer layer of you. So you sit and you start feeling this vibration of the massage chair on the skin. Well, it doesn't stop there. It goes further. The vibration passes through the skin, further through the flesh, through the bones, through the inside of your bones. It reaches the cells, the atom of the cells, passes inside the cell and creates resonance with the nucleus of the cell, of all your particles eventually. The nucleus is the center. In its nature, it's light and information. our basic energy building blocks. This is what we're made from, and everything else is manifestation of that. It's your being. So radiance, the light and information is your true being. So following the massage chair, so this massage enriches the nucleus of each cell. The cell shines, radiates, which is its nature, and resounds this information through the vibration. This information is light and radiance. So this information taken from nucleus spreads and carries across your entire physical body. So this is a basic structure of alchemization, according to me. This is how I understand it. Different people might have different experiences. It is all good. It really feels like sitting in a massage chair and everything is buzzing inside. But it is massage to the very core of every energy cell, restores you to a level of relaxation and acceptance of your existence in the form. It's like you align those. I'm in the form, which is the radiance. And this is how the radiance expresses itself in me, which is the form. In this, so you're getting this information, which is I'm the form of this radiance. At this level, you can feel support within. Even air supports you. You have a structure. You have the full understanding, acceptance of the structure that you are, and you live inside the structure. The structure is maintained and supported always and constantly independently of you, and you accept that as well. Truly, by nature, we cannot not create. We are constantly creating something. For example, trauma reaction was created, but we recreate it and we keep creating it throughout our lives, adding to it. When I speak, I create. Abracadabra, that's the magic word. When I speak, I create. With trauma, we continue to create, recreate what our parents gave us. They might not be any longer here, but we continue. What other people put in through their trauma, in a form of trauma energy, a form of survival energy, we carry on. We do this through our words, through our expressions, through the voice. We keep giving life to it. So the process for alchemization is essentially the same, but survival energy cuts you off from the larger community because it's a closed system and full of restriction. There is a lot of sameness and repetition in the system, but it's creating the manifesting energy through the process of alchemization. It can be expressed in your body and your mind, connects you to the wider community. And communication takes place on many levels. Communication is wider, deeper, more complex, faster. So the information moves and transported and in such a system differently. This communication happens not only at the physical level through the body and the words, but energetic and spiritual level. You are able to connect to different dimensions. And it is a natural process. There is no thinking or repetition in that. When we're talking about and touching upon the process of alchemization, survival energy, trauma energy, manifesting energy, which needs the process of alchemization of the body and the mind, to touch, to resound that nucleus, the energetic nucleus within your own being, and spread it, showing to yourself that you are the being, the light being with the structure. It's very important to respect other people's journeys, their processes, and their experiences. As soon as we begin judging others, discouraging them, swearing, speaking sarcastically about their process, about their life, about other people's situations, we slow down our own process in the same proportion in which we react to other people's behaviors or processes. Why? Because these reactions are tied up to our fears. They are uncontrolled, unconscious, and they are behaviors based on triggers. This is how fear works. Fear always needs to materialize in order to reflect back at you. What does it mean? By nature, it wants to be seen so that you see and understand. When you see and understand, you can grow and develop. So it makes sense to work with fears. Through paying attention, you can work with fear. This will help you to further unpack the energy captured by fear, which is working within your system. You do need resources to working with fear, attention, desire. By working with your fears, you can powerfully start the process of optimizing your own inner resources. So that was about alchemizing, radiance, survival energy. It's a lot. There's a lot that I'm putting out here. I'm not sure who I'm talking to at this point. I know why I'm talking, but in terms of community that's being created at this point and who I am addressing, I'm unsure, and I will need this to be seen. I'll need to see it myself. I don't know when or how this happens, but at this point I'm here. I'm putting this out, and if you're here, you're listening to me, my gratitude, and wishing you all the best. Thank you. Until the next time.